The bottom line is laziness. People are lazy. People don't want to work. Simple as that.
As a foreigner, when I come to this country and I read what is going on here, and I see this is free to get a certificate and get a job. I got the skills already. I come to this country. What must I do? I have to go and get a certificate and get a job. When you get a job, they say you are a foreigner. You don't have ID. They chase me away.
When you grow, what are you going to do to support yourself? You understand? We haven't taken anybody's job. I'm telling you. If you like, let's leave this place for them.
1,000 years.
Nobody can work.
Nobody can work here.
If you don't have a skill, you can't work.
They employ people that got ID, but they can't work. You understand? They employ people that got ID book, but they can never do nothing in that company.
Right in the city center, you keep unemployed people. So what do you expect them to do? Because they need to eat, they need to sleep, they need to survive, they need better life. You know. So they have to come and steal on those who are working.
Without apprenticeships, they say the South African youth will never develop the necessary skills to open their own shops and will always be dependent on others.
But since we came here, we discovered that parents are not even encouraging the youth to go for skills. You understand? Everybody wants to be rich within overnight. It's not done that way. I'm pleading to the government to bring technical skills to its people. I'm telling you. And that will end this problem in this country.
You know, the white people have been here for a long time during apartheid, and they you know what they did to the blacks. So they've got fear in the white people. You bring your nonsense, they shoot and kill. They've got lawyers to save them out of this nonsense. So they know that if they go to the white people, they will be killed there and then. They know that we black people, we're not used to killing. So that's why they take advantage of us. And when we kill, we don't have strong lawyers to defend us and come out. You know what I'm saying? They will say, no, this can't happen here. But because the white is here, they are scared of the white, that's all.
When the Nigerians mobilized themselves to face these South Africans, what happened? The police rather shooting the rubber bullets to the Nigerians.
They mustn't defend themselves.
They mustn't defend themselves.
Yeah.
That's what happened in Durban, and here as well. And here as well.
This is not the house for sleeping.
Down here.
This was a workshop.
They had hijacked our car. So we trying to stone, they stone. We stone, they stone. So when the police came, they just dispersed us. Papa. Then those guys just ran back in the hostel.
This man is the owner of this garage. Why can't they come here that, please, I have a son who is 15 years or is 14 years. I want to give you this boy. It's like a school. All that we are doing here, we learn it at school. I have a master that taught me at school in Ghana. So we'll be seeing them all around here with their fathers drinking together. And then at times I used to, please, why can't you give me this boy to train him to become a mechanic? Say, a nice cat. I don't have time for that.
I want you to watch this video over here of South African women that are denying a Zimbabwean woman and her children healthcare in South Africa. They are persecuting this woman and her children on the basis that she's a Zimbabwean and on the basis that she is illegal. That is discrimination. It is against South African law. No South African has a right to identify anyone as an illegal immigrant or anybody as somebody who shouldn't be in South Africa. That is the job of Home Affairs. No South African has the right to deny anyone healthcare in South Africa on the pretext that they are illegal because you don't know their papers and their status. This is before I remind you that the Constitutional Court of South Africa made a ruling in which they said that any women and children that are foreign, refugees, or even illegal are entitled to healthcare in South Africa.
A South African citizen working in Zimbabwe got sick there. When he went to medical center to request medical attention, they refused to assist him. A decision was made to let's send him to the border gate, and then Dr. Popi Ramotuba sent the medical team in South Africa to welcome him there. Then he was also there to welcome the South African citizen. Guys, let's be honest to each other. A couple of days back, you see here, these ladies, they were rejected at a certain hospital in Gauteng to get the medical attention. And then South Africans, they protected these ladies and said it is wrong to send them away while they want medical attention. Our own South African is in Zimbabwe. He wants assistance in terms of the medical attention. They reject to give him. Tina, we have to give Zimbabweans medical attention in South Africa. Meanwhile, our own South Africans, when they are on the other side, they don't get medical attention. Is this fair? I'm just asking that. Is this fair?
Hello, good viewers. I'm Ivy Smithy. Today on Daily Cast, we shine a light on rising tensions between South Africa and Zimbabwe, where foreign nationals, legal cross-border migration, and human rights are all simmering beneath the surface. Earlier this month, Zimbabwean authorities detained 14 individuals, reportedly South African, for alleged illegal entry, a move reflecting a broader crackdown on undocumented nationals. Sources suggest they're among over 70 foreign nationals currently behind bars, most detained for immigration infractions. South Africa's Department of International Relations and Cooperation has clarified it is still verifying the detainees' nationalities before detailing any next steps. The Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission has raised concerns about detainees being held in overcrowded prisons with poor conditions and urges deportation.
Indeed, there were 7 South African nationals when we went on the mission to visit the prison. But now we have, in our continuous monitoring, we realized that there are now more. That is in the Harare remand prisons. There are now 11 in the male prison. And then we also discovered that, in the female remand prison, there are 3 more South Africans.
Some have been jailed for criminal offences, but the majority are there for violating immigration laws.
But we have since discovered that of the men who are in the remand prison, 3 South African nationals are facing charges of conspiracy to commit armed robbery. Female prison in Harare, one of them apparently has been convicted on the charge of the Dangerous Drugs Act, and she has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment.
South African voices are expressing alarm. Activists accuse local police of turning a blind eye to undocumented Zimbabwean migrants encroaching on public spaces. A viral clip shows a street vendor, allegedly Zim, laughing off police warnings stating, "This is where my rent money comes from," illustrating frustration over perceived impunity.
Main road, all provincial roads, no hawkers. That's the law.
Yeah, Mr. Ford, that is what I'm talking about.
Where do you stay,
is there?
Where do you stay?
I am staying Deep Street.
So why aren't you in Deep Street?
There's no space, that's why we're here. I was thinking that if you can talk to the one who is supposed to take that, then we...
How can the always more give you a space in the shops? They've got 100,000 shops.
Why? Because since I was here before, since this mall is built.
But you were breaking the law all the time.
Yeah.
I have explained everything.
But
I think we've explained everything. More than us. We studied this, but we've explained more than us.
Because we're going to bring the content and now put in the stakes.
And if we found tomorrow, blessing, if we found you here, we're gonna do the bylaws. You know us.
No.
We're not gonna come when we must be
I know it.
Today,
but
hamba edifruti usitholele indawo nyana uzisize usele khona ngoba la kunamimomo bayinvestile amabhiliyoni
iyo lento
wena ufuna ukusikuza la
iyo lento befuna ukuzama ukukhuluma ukuthi angeke bakhona ukusinikeza indawo na or sibhadala sikhuphe irent. Mr. David,
that one is
we want to pay rent if it's like that. Is
that
it
one,
allowed? Because
unfortunately,
exactly.
That one you need to,
The hair.
it has to come from the owner
Yeah.
of the mall.
Yeah.
Maybe to build something, but councillor.
Yeah, because councillor,
councillor,
he must know it about it.
Okay,
so
fine.
that is why I'm talking about the councillor, because since Mr. David,
Listen.
Mr. David,
What's
David,
up?
Mr. David, Mr. David,
Go to the office. Yeah. They'll come to the office. They'll come to
Blessing,
the office.
No, let them
There's growing argument among South Africans that Zimbabwe is acting swiftly in detaining undocumented nationals, while South Africa is allegedly more lenient, creating a tilt in cross-border dynamics. At the same time, human rights advocates caution, detainments and deportations often come at the expense of due process and humane treatment. Zimbabwe has stepped up immigration enforcement, including detentions of South Africans. South Africans are pushing back, accusing their own police of lax enforcement on Zimbabwean migrants. Beneath the headlines, broader social, economic, and political patterns drive the tension, from weak judicial systems to economic migration to regional diplomatic friction.
We never hit anyone, we never even tried to hit anyone. Hence, the CEO came here, the guys from Department of Health, and we told them the same story, that what we are doing here, we are implementing Immigration Act 13 of 2002, Section 17, right? You, as law enforcers, actually, right now, if I was a person of authority, I would actually instruct you to implement Section 37 to check the legality of these people here, and then you deport them. Yeah. Right now, if I was a law enforcer, you are going to enforce Section 37 of this country. Yes. Yes.
So how fit it then?
Yes, give it okay. Put your hand in there.
Mara, okay, Mara, yeah, totally can understand. Mara, not taking on the corring, the threat, and I understand. Ukata mutu, I could allow to then achieve the blame, I could allow something. Achieve the blame, Markello.
No, Rotorisa is a government. Why because the reason why we have got the border authority management is for a reason. The reason why we've got people that are expected to do their job there at the border, it's for a reason. They are getting paid for protect our tax money. These people must not come here. So they come here and then the next thing is blame when from the border. So Rona right down to government.
So our duties to make sure we prevent and to before it's a because I can't no can't something. But so to prevent that such thing, you can keep a distance. Now I'm not understand. As much as I would say, you can just allow maybe 2 people to stand here. I will go for
okay, it's fine. We can work on it. But also, this thing again, because we crime stats said 60%. Yeah. But by the community crime 60% foreigners. It was Zimbabweans on top of the list. Balataleki Mozambicans and Nigerians. Lona as law enforcement officials that are being paid by the taxpayer South Africans. Listen to illegal immigrants. The resources are on hardly visa leralna develop. Listen to Nigeria Zimbabweans. Are we doing the same things in their country? No, we're not. So, the government oversight to confirm or we are not hitting everyone. Mara, Rona, we want government, SA government to come here to tell us why are these people here. Luna have a oversight. Or are we hitting these people or we are enforcing the law in the absence of government? Because our government is not working.
As immigration policies harden and frustrations rise, one thing becomes clear. The border between South Africa and Zimbabwe is no longer just a line on a map. It's now a mirror reflecting deeper issues of justice, dignity, and accountability. The question is no longer who crossed the border, but whether fairness crossed with them. From Harare to Johannesburg, these are not just policies, they're people's lives. I'm Ivy Smithy, and this is Daily Cast. Stay informed, stay engaged, and above all, stay human.